Man, why is this road closed? I'm trying to bear hunt here.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Doing good. My name is Reed.
Nice to meet you.
Work for the Montana Department of Natural Resources and Conservation, and we have this road closed here due to spring thaw.
Okay. All right.
So I know you're trying to bear hunt, but you could come along with me and I could show you why we have this road closed.
Well, let's go see it.
Let's do it.
All right.
So, as you can see here, this road is really rutted out.
Okay.
So come springtime in western Montana, you know, the snow melts and so does the road. So it thaws out, so you have a layer of thawed, saturated soil under or above a layer of frozen permafrost soil. So what happens is if you drive a vehicle on this road, the weight from the vehicle kind of sinks in and it ruts it out really bad, which is bad for road maintenance and erosion.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I can't bear hunt.
Good question. So you can bear hunt, you can walk this road, but you can't bring your vehicle.
No vehicles.
No vehicles.
All right.
But if we go further up the road, I could show you a section of road that's really vulnerable right now to rutting, but since we haven't allowed vehicles on it, it's still in good shape.
All right, well, I got time. Let's go see it.
Let's go check it out.
All right.
So right here is a really good example of a road that's saturated right now. As you can tell, the snow is starting to melt off and it's just a muddy mess.
It is super muddy, yeah.
So if you drove a truck down here and a logging truck, something really heavy, you can imagine it would just rut this road out really, really bad.
Yeah, I can see that. I saw the logging signs earlier. Why weren't they still logging here? Is it because of the road?
Because of the road.
Because of the road.
So just for maintain, you can imagine if a logging truck kept on working through the spring, then the road would be torn up come summer and winter and all that.
Okay, yeah.
So no motorized use, so you can still walk this road, you just can't bring your truck.
No trucks. Gotcha. All right.
Cool. So this right here is a really good example of a dried up road. So as you can tell, it's pretty firm on your feet, it's not muddy, our feet aren't sticking to it. So this is on a southern facing slope, so this road cured up a little bit faster than the road we saw before. So this is the road we want to have people drive now.
Okay, and even though it's dry, there's still no logging operations going on.
Still no logging because the section of road before this is still pretty wet, vulnerable for erosion and rutting out.
Okay.
So until that firms up, we're going to have this road closed.
All right. Do you have anything to show me about the logging operations?
Yeah, so we actually have some logging equipment just further up the road I could show you.
All right, let's go see it.
Let's go check it out.
All right, so what do we got here?
This is a great example of a very heavy piece of logging equipment. This is a stroke boom delimber.
Okay.
So with the wet roads that we have going on right now, if this were to be operating or be loaded onto a logging truck and moved on these wet roads, it would cause a lot of damage to the roads.
Okay, and do you have any idea when they might open?
So later in the spring when these roads start to firm up, so when something like this, whether it's operating like that or on a logging truck, wouldn't cause so much damage, that's when we will start to open the roads back up.
Okay, and you think they'll fix those ruts before they open the roads again?
We'll have to, they're so deep because people were driving on them when it was so wet.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll be able to drive these.
Yeah, so later in the spring, maybe this summer, you'll be able to come up and check it out. You'll be able to drive it.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Well, Reed, you know, I'm glad to say I've learned a lot today.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry you can't drive your truck on those roads, but you can still walk in and bear hunt.
Hey, I'll probably have to, but hey, it was good meeting you.
Good to meet you.
Thanks for the information.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, we'll see you later.
Catch you later. How's it going, guys? I wanted to make a few clarifications on spring thaw and how it works. So for spring thaw, what happens is the top part of the soil in the road, it unfreezes first. So you get this thin part of unfrozen soil above a frozen part of soil. So it makes this skinny section very vulnerable to erosion. So a good way to think about this would be a giant ice cream sandwich. So if this is your road surface, this is the top part of the cookie on the ice cream sandwich. It always seems to unfreeze first while the ice cream sandwich is still frozen. And this part is the cookie or the topsoil is very vulnerable. It gets on your hands, it's sticky. it can get rutted out if it was the soil in this example. So, something that managers can do to improve drainage, which can speed up the spring thaw cycle and get logging trucks and people back on the road and able to use it, is to put crushed aggregate on top of the road surface. So by doing that, it creates a way for the road to drain better, which will get people back on the road. And if there's a timber sale, you might be able to do limited weight restrictions through spring thaw, just because you have this crushed aggregate on the road draining the water off of it better than if there's just mineral soil.